So I'm having a lot of fun with these broadcasts today. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm just so excited to have enough internet to record this shit. So I was looking for some munchies. We don't have like any. I'm kind of sad. Oops, somebody texted. Oh, somebody commented on one of my other posts. Okay. So, anyway, I was looking for some munchies, like some chips or something. We don't have any. I'm gonna grab me a couple bites of cereal. I haven't really ate anything today. Hi, Hustler. What's your name? Hustle Hard Boys. So, anyway, how life has changed. Well, we'll say 10 years ago, at this time, I had been 12. So we'll start at like 7 years ago when I was like 15. Okay. School was always important to me. Always, like ever since I took my first breath. Oh, okay. Darian. That's a neat name. So, I'm Lexi. Anyway, school is always really important to me. But I went through a phase in my life where, like, everything just started to fall apart. Like, I got really heartbroken, dropped out of school pretty much, like, really depressed. My mom was going through a divorce, so she didn't really have, like, the nerve to be like, hey, get your ass out there to that fucking bus stop or whatever. And so I dropped out, pretty much. I mean, I might as well have. I went to online schooling, but it didn't do nothing. I mean, how many people does that really work out for? Finally got my GED, though. I used to be so excited to, like, turn 18 and to get my own job and to be able to have my own money and to get my own stuff, you know. And I always forgot, though, that there was going to be bills, like rent and car payments and car insurance. And, you know, like, why didn't they tell us about this in school? If they told kids about all the stuff they're going to be hit with, like, I mean, telling them all the time, you know, because kids are kids. You have to, like, pound it into their head that, hey, it's going to be harder than it looks. You know, or take them to, like, well, my town, for example. I got another message. Take them to a place like my town, for example. Just take them on a walk. I mean, who really wants to live like this? Because, okay, my street's actually not so bad. But I'd rather not live around everybody that I do. I'm sorry. Most of these houses in this town look like trash. I'm not a really judgmental person, but I have values, morals, and I like to have nice things. So, everybody in this town's, like, fucking drugged out. Like, that's the easiest way to put it. You got meth heads and shit, like, running around everywhere, trying to find car parts in bushes and sweep, like, vacuum the road. I don't know. That was the thing I seen on Facebook. I thought it was so funny, so. But you do see some crazy shit, for real. I hate to talk with my mouth full, guys. I'm so sorry, but I'm hungry. Here's my puppy. Ain't he cute? Who likes pit bulls? Can I get some likes? Can I get some likes for my pit bull? Some of those little heart things, you know, popping up. Boop, boop, boop. You mean like my life? I'm okay. I mean, I have a roof over my head. I have clothes on my back. I'm working really hard on getting another job. I have an interview tomorrow, so. But I went and got my GED. Like I said, I dropped out of school. Aw, thank you. I love my pit bull. I love him. He's my baby. He's mommy's boy. A lot of people are like so afraid, and I just don't get it because he is such a love. Like, okay, if we really wanted him to hurt somebody, yeah, maybe. But why would I want my dog to hurt you unless you deserved it? Just for him to be put down or something, you know, and have all those issues come about. I mean, why would we train him to be mean? Why would we try to get him to bite you? Like, I don't know. I seen some kids the other day on the street, actually, while I was walking my dog. And this girl, like, freaks out, and she runs to the other side of the street. And she's grabbing her brother, like, no, come on. I was like, oh, honey, you're fine. You don't have nothing to worry about. She's like, oh, yeah, but our mom doesn't allow us to be around those type of dogs. Your mom don't allow you to be around these type of dogs. That's terrible. That's terrible. What are we teaching our kids? No, you're not allowed around a pit bull because they're bad dogs. They're bad dogs. Okay, wouldn't that be the same as being like, oh, you're not allowed. Hi, Iona Bianca. Did I say it right? Is it Iona? You know, if you say don't go around this dog because it's a bad breed, then isn't that just as bad as saying don't go around a white person or a black person or, you know, that person with red hair because they're known to be freaks or whatever, you know, like, I don't know. I feel like dogs are the same as people. They really are. They have hearts, they have feelings, they talk. I mean, my dog does to me, you know, like, there's my, sound effects, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Iona, you're not saying anything. They're only bad when they get hurt or something like that. Well, okay, see, mine personally, he's not really bad. He is very jealous. He's very, he loves attention. He's an attention hog. But now, like, if another dog gets in his face, then, you know, he'll growl and stuff. Otherwise, he gets along with every dog. And, like, okay, with little kids, like, I have a little girl that I have full-on adopted as my niece. Like, I mean, technically, my little sister hasn't really had a baby yet, but my girlfriend did, and I absolutely love this little girl. I mean, she is just, like, the sunshine of my life. Every time I go and see her, like, she makes every day better, no matter what's going wrong that day. No, so she'll come over, and she'll, like, hang on him, and she'll, you know, wrap her arms around his neck, trying to give him hugs, and she'll try to ride him and stuff. And, like, I tell her not to, you know, I try to teach her how she needs to treat the dog. Just like a lot of people try to teach the dog, you know, hey, don't bite the kid, don't growl at the kid, or we're going to smack your butt. But then there's other people that, like, they teach their dogs that, but they don't teach their kids anything, you know? So, okay, the dog's not allowed to bite, but when the parent's out of the room and the kid is kicking the dog in the face and the dog growls, like, doesn't even bite him, nip him, nothing. Dog growls and gets its ass beat, and the little kid's like, oh, I'm so innocent. You know, no, you're not. I'm sorry. I feel like it's an issue that we need to teach our kids, too, how to treat animals with respect. Because Otherwise, you deserve to get bit in the face. I'm sorry. So that's my outlook on pit bulls. Again, that is my baby. Yeah, okay. So, how else has life changed? Well, I don't have an issue with, well, we won't even really say that. Let's see. How has life changed? From what I can remember growing up, I never heard, like, anything about gays or lesbians or anything. And all of a sudden, it's like, that's where everybody's view is at right now, is on gays and lesbians. And they shouldn't be allowed to be married, and this and that, and this guy or this girl is transgender, and they shouldn't be able to come in our bathroom, and, this or that. Like, I really don't care about the transgenders in the bathroom. Like, I really don't. As long as they're not going to try and rape me, which I feel like if they feel they need to go all the way out of their way to transfer their gender, then, we probably don't have anything to worry about, guys. They probably really feel female or really feel manly. Like, I know a lot of people feel differently about that, but I could give a shit less. If you're a good person and you're nice to me and I like you, then I fucking like you. It doesn't matter if you're gay, lesbian, you're a guy now and you was once a girl, whatever, backwards, this way, that way, or the other. My little cousin's lesbian. She's not transgender. Are you a lesbian if you don't? No, I'm not a lesbian. I'm as straight as they come. I'm strictly, deekly. My little cousin is lesbian, though, and so I get really offended, and I get really angry, because I have friends that are lesbian too, and gay, and, I just get really offended when people are, like, bad-mouthing them and gay bashing. Like, that's so hurtful. My little cousin, like, she's awesome, she's very smart. She's a beautiful girl. She played basketball and stuff in school. She had boyfriends. Like, she's a beautiful girl, and I feel like it's a shame because I would love to find a good guy to hook her up with. But, you know what? There's not too many good guys out there, and she's got a wonderful girlfriend. So, I'm really happy for her. I'm really proud of her, the woman she's becoming. You just hate Jay. You just hate what? You just hate it? Or, oh, okay, right. I don't have to actually hear anybody talk about my little cousin. Like, me and my mom, we get into it because she's a Christian. And she says, like, oh, well, I'm not going to condone it, and because then I'm going to go to hell for saying that I don't care if you're lesbian or gay, and for talking to them and being around them. And it's like, I really feel like that's another issue we have, is gays and the Bible. Like, the Bible was written many, many years ago. Things were looked at very differently. Things, that's just like, people put their wedding ring on their left hand because the left hand used to be considered evil. And life and eternity, it's, the wedding ring's supposed to ward off evil, basically. Like, because everything was made for people with right hand, or for right-handed people, everybody thought that if you were lefty, you were evil. I don't know. It's crazy. But that's the world that we live in, guys. If you're different, people are scared. People are scared to death of different. They feel like they're going to catch the gay vibes or something. Hi, Jesse Gonzalez. No, so, like I said, my cousin's lesbian. I'm not, but I don't feel there's anything wrong with it. I feel like we love somebody for a reason. I feel like, God puts love into our lives. It's not really attractive, and it kind of offends me, Jesse, because, like, I have a boyfriend that I love with everything in me, but, I'm glad that you're watching. I just... scratching my head here. No, so, anyway, to go on, after getting past that comment, thank you, I needed to laugh. After getting past that comment, my little cousin, lesbian, okay, I feel like God puts people into our lives for a reason. I'm not really religious, but I definitely believe in God. I believe in Jesus. You know, I believe that there's a heaven and there's a hell. What? Oh, what the hell? What? Okay. All right, Jesse Gonzalez. I love the fact that I have viewers right now, but, like, I don't want people arguing and stuff, because that's not what somebody wants to see, you know. So anyway. Jesse, like, if you could please stop or just leave the page, I would appreciate that. It's not attractive at all to see somebody with that kind of attitude and talking like that on here. Like, everything's innocent right now, you know. I appreciate it. Again, always with a cigarette in my hand, guys. Anyway, I feel like God puts people into our lives for a reason. I feel like, you know, if you love this person or that person, who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? I mean, I've loved some total dicks, like dickheads, you know, assholes, and I mean, I've been cheated on by basically like every guy I've ever been with. So, you know, that's another thing. What if I did find a girl that, like, oh my God, you know, what if it was just different? What if one day you just meet somebody the same sex and it's not like a friendship type of love. It's like we could have a life together type love. I mean, I don't know. It could happen. Anything could happen. That's the way I look at it. I've seen where, you know, people had the crap beat out of them because they were gay or lesbian. And I mean, I hear people talk crap on gays and lesbians all the time. Why do you like cigarettes? I don't know. I hate them because I like them. They're so expensive. It's something to do, I guess. I really want to stop. I hate cigarettes. I think that they should be illegal so that I can quit buying them. Because I can't quit on my own, Lord knows. So, yeah. You know, if I can marry the guy that I love with all my heart, then why can't this girl that loves her girlfriend with every ounce of her being inside of herself, you know, why can't she marry her girlfriend? I mean, who are we to say that this love versus that love is or isn't as precious as the other? You know, who are we to say that it's wrong? Who, really? Like, that's even more expensive, especially to smoke it as much as I smoke these. Can you imagine what a pack of joints would cost? Yeah, I kind of do sometimes though, so, but anyway, that's too funny. Do you, Jesse? Thank you, by the way, for stopping with the crazy stuff. All right, so let's see. What else can we talk about? My thoughts and opinions on, let's see, we talked about gays and lesbians. Okay, so my opinions on, like, a relationship, love, you know. Right. But, I mean, a pack of cigarettes, like, my cigarettes cost me, like, $5.47. Actually, no, they just went up again, 10 more cents, 9 more cents. So I'm paying $5.56. It's so stupid. Like, it should be illegal. They're drugs too. I mean, they have nicotine. They have nicotine in them. Look at that. It tells you right on the pack, you can die. But they still sell them to us. You know what you don't see that little warning symbol on? A joint. You don't see that symbol on there. Okay. So, with love and, like, relationships. Okay, so I have this girlfriend who I can't really say too much about, but she thought she loved this guy. I think she thinks she still does. I don't know. She's with him now, but, like, she just cheated on him. Okay? And they're acting like everything's fine, you know, nothing ever happened. She was away from him with this other guy for 2 days, fucking and whatever else, you know, and, like, it's no big deal. Why try to force your love? I mean, if you didn't feel about him enough to keep yourself from cheating. What kind of guy? I actually have a guy. I've been with him for 5 years this June. He's my everything. Like, I don't really think there's a specific type either. Like, you know, girls will say, oh, he's got to make me laugh and this and that. And I mean, that is important. And, you know, of course you don't want him to be like a dirty butt. Like, you want him to take care of himself. But, I mean, I think more than anything, it's just a click between two people. Like, I'm getting chills right now thinking about him. I don't know, he's different. I feel like every relationship, you know, you guys bump heads a little bit. And if you don't, then something's not right. Like, I don't know. I feel like everything's not perfect in the world all the time. And, you know, sometimes there's nobody else around for you to vent to. And sometimes when you're venting, you get a little out of hand and you might be flipping out a little bit more than what you realize. And then when you're venting to your other half, you know, too much maybe, like, that's when things start to spiral a little bit out of control, when they're like, hey, you know, you're acting like this, and you got to calm down a little bit. But I feel like every couple has their issues. And if you guys really love each other, then it's just all about working through it. Me and my boyfriend have had a couple major fights. Like, we've never, you know, punched each other in the face or, like, blacked each other's eye or anything like that. We're not like that. But, I mean, we're not the most financially stable right now, and I still love him no matter what. Like, I mean, as long as he's trying and I'm trying, we're happy with each other. He's not always the sweetest, but he's sweeter to me than what most people know about when they're not around. I just love him. I don't know why. I really do. I love the way he makes me feel when he hugs me. I love to think about, you know, having kids with him and seeing the way he is with them, and, like, seeing the way he is with kids now when he gets around them. I know he would be a great dad. And I've always had a crappy dad. My stepdad wasn't the greatest. Like, he was there, but I was a little bitch and he was going to send me to a foster home. So he always told me, like from age 8 that started. And I never knew whether I could believe it or not. I mean, I was a kid. Even being 12 and 13 years old, when you're told by your stepdad, oh, well, you better this, and that because I'm talking to your mom and we're sending you here or there. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to know? Okay, I had some serious issues growing up, like, because of that shit. Which that's another thing. I think that if you are cruel to a child and if you call a child that is innocent a bitch, you're scum. You're filth. I can't believe how some people have been to kids. I mean, I don't know. So yeah, I feel like, you know, my girlfriend, like I said, she cheated on her man with 2 different guys. I mean, a couple different times. And they're back together, like, nothing's wrong, you know, no big deal. I feel like if you cheat, you're not meant to be together. Like, if you catch feelings for somebody else, or if you don't have feelings enough for the person you're with to keep from cheating on them, I feel like you don't really love them. And why are you going to try to force yourself to love somebody? Why? Again, with the, you know, a girl accidentally gets pregnant, so a guy says, oh, well, you know, I got to marry her. No, you don't. If you don't love her, don't marry her. That kid is going to grow up in a terrible home because you and that female are always going to be yelling at each other and fighting and unhappy because you both made a mistake together and you're forcing the child to live with it as well. You know what I mean? If you guys make a mistake by having a child with somebody that you don't want to have a kid with or that you don't really want to be with, the way you act adult about that is by taking care of the child. You don't have to spend the rest of your life unhappy. Do you want your kid to make a mistake and feel like they need to pay for it for the rest of their lives by staying with somebody that they don't even want to be with? And then if they do stay with someone that they don't want to be with, they're probably going to cheat. And then their kids are going to see that. And then their kids are going to think it's okay to be with somebody that cheats on you. Because that's what you deserve. Because you made a mistake and had a baby with somebody that you really didn't love. The fuck? The way people think sometimes is just absurd to me. It's absurd. So, what do you guys want to talk about now? Are you guys still on here? It says you are. I think it says you're still on here anyway. I'm looking everywhere for my lighter right now. So. I'm glowing. Okay. So I'm not hearing anything back from these. I feel like somebody's upset because I'm not single. I hope that's not the case. I really just want viewers. I mean, this public thing, I like to give my opinions on things. I like to hear other people's opinions on things and the way they think. I'm not going to be like, oh, you're wrong, and I don't want to talk to you because you don't see eye to eye with me. I'm not like that. I'm a deep person. And I feel like there's reasons that everybody feels differently about things, you know, like, okay, like with the gays and lesbians thing. I can't stand to hear people talk bad about them, but I can understand that you might not be comfortable with it. You know, maybe you're a guy and when you was growing up, a guy touched you or something. Like, I don't know, you know, so maybe you have some kind of big ordeal with it because of that. I mean, maybe you're a female and a female touched you, so maybe you have a problem with lesbians because of that. But I don't know. Maybe you yourself think you might be gay or lesbian and you're afraid to be because of the way that you would be treated. So you take it out on others. Like, and that's wrong, though. We all just need to love who we want. I mean, be who we are. And if somebody else don't like it, let's let them deal with it. Tell them just sit and spin. Oh, I can't even do that. There we go. Tell them to sit and spin. Okay. So, to finish talking about my boyfriend exactly, he's very soft, but his feelings get hurt. His feelings are delicate, but when his feelings get hurt, he acts out in anger. You know, like I do too sometimes. A lot of people do. A lot of people's anger comes from pain on the inside. You know, a lot of times when me and my mom fight over something, it's because she hurt my feelings by the way she said something or, you know, the way she reacted. Just period. God. So, his feelings are delicate, but he doesn't really talk about them. Like, he doesn't really tell me, you know, if I say something specific that bothers him. He's not like, well, Lex, when you said this or that, you know, you made me feel like. He doesn't do that. He's just, really, you're going to be like that, da-da-da-da-da, and then he walks out of the house. And it's like, what did I do? What did I do? You know? But that's how he is. And with me, I'm like, there's a half-naked girl on his Facebook. Really? You know? So then I'm going to him like, really? 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 And I'm looking like a snob, you know, with just some big attitude problem. He don't even know what's wrong yet. And then I tell him, and it's like, I don't know. God, social media, that's another issue for relationships. God, so many divorces and people cheating on each other and, you know, just everything with social media. Using social media to do it. Having girls send you pictures. Like, really? You got a female. Why don't you have her send you pictures? Oh, because you don't like her pictures? Then why are you with her? I don't think that's fair to her. You know, females do the same thing. I mean, it's not just guys. I'm just talking from a female's point of view, female's perspective, you know, in my own words. Why even, if that person you're with can't make you happy and you know that, why are you sticking around? I mean, I understand you think, oh, well, we've been together for 6 months and I don't want to waste this amount of time. Well, you better waste the 6 months because otherwise it's going to be 5 more years and it's going to be both your guys' time, not just your own. You know, you can't just be like, oh, well, maybe if I go out with this guy this one time, you know, I'll catch those feelings I used to have for the person I'm with again. Like, it doesn't happen like that. It just doesn't. You either, you know, if you feel like you're to the point where you love the person you're with, then you love them. And if you feel like, you know, it's not working out, then it's not going to work out. If you feel like it's not going to work out, it's not going to work out. Understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. Okay? And quit marrying bitches just because you get them pregnant. Now that I don't have, like, any viewers on here, I'm getting ready to go. So, sayonara, guys. I'll be back on for sure within the next couple hours, though, doing some other kind of video. I'm about to write a whole list of topics to talk with everybody about. So, bye, guys. Thanks for watching.